Hello, this is Francis Erdis. In the night from the 28th to the 29th of December, you go into the fourth Holy Night. And it's all about resolution, releasing the old, and protecting your dreams and generational clearing. So we'll go through three types of clearings today. The first one is about harmonizing family energies and releasing the patterns, the emotional energy, and the reactional patterns of your family, of the generations that came before you, because many patterns and emotions and even beliefs you have taken on from your family. So I'm going to show you a way of generational clearing. The second application I'll show you today is like a dream catcher, like the Indians or the shamans use dream catchers to keep away bad dreams, and it's all about protecting your path, your dream. And the third application I'll show you is all about forgiveness, because the moment you forgive and are able to let go, that moment you can release that energy which has been stuck before, and you can use that energy to really move forward. Those are the three applications I'll show you today. And the fourth Holy Night also stands for the month of April. So we'll go through your goal setting for the month of April as well. Are you ready to release the old memories, old generational energies, old patterns? Then you use the energy of the fourth Holy Night, because each Holy Night is like a portal where you can access that special topic, that special energy, and you can release old patterns, and you can really dive into that topic, asking your subconscious questions, and of course doing the exercises I give you for each Holy Night. So the first application I'll show you is with an oil blend called Three Wise Men. And I got to know this application while I was in the 90-day action plan. Twice a year I take 3 months or 90 days to go all into the action and really moving my business forward. And in one of the 90 days I really felt stuck, and I didn't know why. I was doing all the action, but somehow I didn't move forward. And I went through a coaching. Maybe you've done Aditya's Abundance Challenge as well. And he said to me that using Three Wise Men is really there to clear generational patterns. So I used Three Wise Men during that time. And also, maybe you've had that experience before. Sometimes when you use essential oils, an oil comes intuitively to you. So I started to use Three Wise Men intuitively with harmony, and the application to relieve the generations before you and also clear the patterns for all the generations that come after you. That's when you apply a drop of Three Wise Men. You just let it fall on the palm of your hand. And sometimes you have to be patient because there are a lot of ancient anointing oils in this one. So it's not in the most liquid form. You apply Three Wise Men on your spiritual heart, on your throat chakra, which has a lot to do with your expression. And sometimes old family energies can hold you back in really expressing your true self. Then you apply it on your third eye. You apply it on top of your head, and also in the palms of your hands, on the back of your knees, because that's where the energy can get stuck as well, and on the soles of your feet. And with this application, you imagine the stream of consciousness, the stream of energy of all the generations that came before you. And you also visualize with that stream that all the topics, all the patterns, all the energies within your family line get released. So sometimes you react emotionally and you don't know why, but it might be similar to your mother or grandmother or grandfather or the generations before you. Sometimes you might think in a certain way or feel different energies, and it might come from the generations before you. And even in your children and grandchildren, you might observe a few patterns that you know very well from your parents or from your grandparents. So now it's on you to release that old pattern if you don't need it anymore in your life. So you imagine the stream of energy, the stream of consciousness from your ancestors, and how they are released from those topics and patterns. And then, as a second application, simultaneously you apply the oil band harmony on all of the 7 main chakras. And now, while you're visualizing that stream of your ancestors, that stream of energy, you also visualize the stream coming from down below, from Mother Earth, going through your whole body, and that's your own energy stream. And with harmony you can really activate that. Harmony not only harmonizes your energy field and your chakras, but it also works together with 3 wise men to feel your own energy rising up. And if you feel that you took over a lot of patterns from your family, then it's time to clear them and to also raise your own energy at the same time. So imagine those 2 streams simultaneously flowing in harmony together. The one stream that comes from above, from your ancestors, and visualize how their topics and patterns and energies and emotions, how they are released. They are relieved of all those things. And the good thing is you don't even have to know where exactly it comes from, or whose fault it is, or which person did that, this or that. But you just imagine how everything gets released in that ancestral energy stream. And from down below, your own energy stream comes to the fore. And observe carefully here. In the beginning, one of the streams might be stronger than the other. Some people, they get overwhelmed by the ancestral stream and they won't be able to raise up their own energy. Sometimes your own energy is stronger than the family energy stream coming from here. So if that is exactly your topic, that should be your first 30-day application of the new year, starting on the 1st of January. And you will be amazed at how those 2 streams harmonize during the time you are doing it. When you do it in the morning and in the evening, then both streams, they get to the same strength and you feel how they harmonize each other. I've been doing this in the whole month of December, in the whole last 4 weeks. And in the beginning, I couldn't run those 2 streams simultaneously. Somehow, either my personal energy rose up and then the generational stream couldn't flow, and sometimes just the generational flow from above streamed, and my personal energy couldn't flow. But during the course of 30 days, that really changed, and from the main topic, what do I carry? Which burdens do I carry for my family? It all changed to just a harmonious flow. No matter where it comes from, which ancestor it comes from, just a lot of things got released, and now the 2 streams flow harmoniously together. So if you manage to do that, that might require a little bit of practice. Maybe you feel it right away. That's a wonderful application to harmonize your family energy and to harmonize experiences and traumas and patterns that your ancestors got. There's even a very interesting book about that. I'm not sure if it's in English yet. In German it's called War Children, or War... How do you say if you have a daughter or a son and their children, so the next generation counting from you. I don't remember the word right now, but you probably know what I mean. So the thing is, especially in Europe, but also in the US, with the big wars which have been there over the last century, the consciousness of the war is still in all of our bodies and in all of our cells' consciousness. So some people experienced how they lost everything in the war. Some people experienced how they lost everything they owned or even loved ones because they died in the war. Many people had to escape from dangerous situations, so now they carry that pattern that they move houses quite often. They have to give up things in a regular fashion. So this book, it describes all the patterns from the people who experienced the war and the next 2 generations after that. So you can understand your parents' or your grandparents' patterns better, how they react, how they behave, and it's a very interesting study. With the generational clearing, you can relieve your ancestors from that burden in the topics of abundance or relationships or even emotional patterns. You are the one person who is clearing that right now, and you are not only clearing this pattern, this energy for yourself, but also for all the generations that came before you, and for all the generations that come after you. So you're not only doing yourself a good service by releasing those energies, but also your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, and all the generations that were before you. And I was really amazed at how much got released, and it's just a general feeling of lightness, of joy, and the energy is flowing again. So that's the generational cleansing. And in the 4th Holy Night, you have a special access to the topic of resolving things, forgiving things, clearing all things, so you can really release the stuck energy and move forward with very fresh energy. That's the first thing, and you can use it as well if there are conflicts or difficult things in your family that you remember right away. For example, are there any old and open conflicts within your family? Are there persons in your family you haven't talked to in quite a while because it's just not possible? Or are there certain behaviors, patterns that you always observe just within your family? That's where the generational stream of energy with 3 wise men and harmony come in, and that's where you can really release all that old energy. That's the first application for the 4th Holy Night, and of course you can always start on these applications in the month of April, because the month of April is directly connected to the 4th Holy Night. And I personally, I love to go through the topics of those Holy Nights in the corresponding months of the year. So yesterday's Holy Night was the month of March. Today's Holy Night is the month of April. So in the months I also go through these topics. And by the way, keep your Holy Nights journal throughout the year. So at the end of the year, you can look back and you can see what has been fulfilled from the goals you set. And you can also see which topics have been resolved over the year. Now let's get to the second application for today. The second fragrant application is with an oil blend called Dreamcatcher. Because have you ever experienced that you went on a new path, you got a new kind of thinking or new ideas, and you really followed that new path? And then people from around, or that little doubting voice inside, try to keep you away from it. Have you ever experienced that? That's why in this Holy Night you have a special access to protecting your dreams. And there's an oil blend called Dreamcatcher, which was designed for protecting you from bad dreams, but also protecting your positive dreams, the path you want to pursue, from leading you away. by certain persons or by that little voice inside. So you apply Dreamcatcher on your spiritual heart and also go through your aura with that oil blend to set up a protection like a dream catcher, like the Indians have and like many people have near their bed to protect them from bad dreams. Dreamcatcher is a special oil blend you can use when the old tries to keep back the new, tries to prevent the new. When there are old forces, old energies, or people who are on different paths than yours who want to hold you back. With Dreamcatcher you can do a 30-day application when there are many people in your life who try to hold you back, or you yourself try to hold you back, and then you can set up a protective aura. The interesting thing is, many times people are really occupied with their own lives anyway. So I experienced that when I stopped studying medicine and pursued my own business. In the beginning, there were many people who would doubt my decision, and then, after a few months, people don't really care anymore. And I perfectly saw that many people are so occupied with their own lives anyway that it's really up to you to go the path that really resonates with your heart. Don't care about what people around you doubt about you, or if they try to hold you back. They are not really in your shoes, they are not really on your path. And with this fragrant application with Dreamcatcher, you can really set up this protective aura. The next fragrant application is forgiveness. And forgiveness is a very big topic when you want to release energy that is stuck in an unresolved situation or communication with someone, or you hurt someone, or someone hurt you, and you couldn't forgive until now. Are there any unresolved conflicts in your life where until now you couldn't really forgive? The energy is still trapped in that situation, in that relationship, and by the power of forgiveness you can release that energy and you can let it flow towards more productive things and productive feelings. So let me show you, together with the oil blend forgiveness, the ritual of Ho'oponopono, which comes from ancient Hawaii. And I'm a big Hawaii fan. I just love the energy on the Hawaiian Islands. I just love the genuine feeling of wellness and the reconnecting to Mother Nature. There are many original parts on the Hawaiian Islands where you just feel yourself and where you just feel your higher self because the energy is so high. And your whole body goes into resonance with that. So you feel really good and you feel energized. You are finally able to relax a lot. And the islands, they just transform you every time you're there. And also, if you've ever been to Hawaii, once you've been there, you always carry Hawaii with you in your heart like a home. And that's a wonderful feeling. And from Hawaii, the ancient ritual of Ho'oponopono comes as well. And I always use it together with the oil blend of forgiveness, because combining shamanic or Hawaiian rituals with the power of essential oils, that really multiplies your power of intention. I already told you about how essential oils magnify your intention, even more than water, the beautiful or the chaotic water crystals that formed in Masaru Emoto's water experiments. The essential oils even carry your intention much more powerfully. So imagine combining the essential oils, especially the oil blend forgiveness, with such a powerful and effective ritual of Ho'oponopono. For that, you apply a drop of forgiveness on your belly button. That's a special energetic point for forgiveness. it is also used in the feelings application. So if you want to start the year off with harmonizing your feelings and really transforming all that trapped energy and hurt feelings and anger feelings and feelings of unforgiveness, there's a free webinar you find on my website livefrequently.com, and it's dedicated especially to harmonizing your feelings. So when you go to livefrequently.com/webinars, you can watch the feelings webinar as well. One of my absolute favorite applications. And what I really like about the oil blend forgiveness is there's a lot of Melissa essential oil in here, and Melissa is a very cleansing plant, and it also helps you to protect yourself from very dark energies. Sometimes we pick up energies from things or people around us, or from the earth sometimes, and then we feel a little bit down, or we feel like a heavy energy load has been dumped upon us. And Melissa helps us to clear especially dark energies, negative energies, and to be in our own energy field again. And of course, forgiveness has a few other oils in it as well, but I find that especially interesting because clearing the dark energies which come with the state of unforgiveness as well, that can be a heavy burden for many people. So let's go through Ho'oponopono. It's one of the most powerful forgiveness rituals, and you don't even need the other person or don't need to go back into the situation. That's something you do for yourself. You don't even tell the person because you're working on and clearing the energy field. So take a drop of forgiveness on your belly button, and then during the whole application, inhale from your fragrant hands. And there are 4 sentences you repeat, not like a parrot, but with all your heart. You really feel into them. And the first sentence is, I'm sorry. You can close your eyes, smell from your forgiveness hands. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can repeat it inwardly and really feel it with all your heart. You don't even have to say it aloud. The next step you go to is by repeating, please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. And you really feel it in your heart. When you close your eyes, you can even visualize the other person in front of you, or you can visualize yourself in front of you. Because to be honest, what's often the most difficult part is to forgive ourselves. Many people are very hard on themselves, not forgiving, but very hard. So you can use Ho'oponopono with the oil blend forgiveness for yourself as well. And you will be amazed at how much energy it frees. Then you go on to the third sentence. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You see the other person or yourself before your inner eye, and you just say thank you. Thank you for that experience. Thank you for letting me learn something new from it. Thank you for experiencing what we have experienced. Just feel that genuine feeling of gratitude. And then you go on to the 4th sentence, still smelling from your fragrant hands. I love you. I love you. I love you. And if you have a hard time saying I love you or thank you towards people you couldn't forgive until now, or towards yourself where you were very unforgiving, practice this. Do this every day until you can really feel the I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And if that especially resonates with you, or you can think of 2 or 3 people instantly you could inwardly do that with, then start it as a 30-day application in the new year. Do a 30-day forgiveness ritual with the oil blend forgiveness and with Ho'oponopono. You will be amazed at how much energy it frees up in your life. Because sometimes when we get angry or when we get feelings of when we are not in our power, when we cannot do something about something, or if we are unforgiving, if we cannot let go of past experiences, then it's really time to forgive. Forgive, forget, and move on. That's where you have a special access to this topic in the fourth Holy Night, in the night from the 28th to the 29th of December. So these are the 3 fragrant rituals, 3 wise men to clear generational energies and together with harmony, Dreamcatcher to protect yourself like with a dream catcher, to protect your path and your dreams, following your heart's joy, and the powerful application with forgiveness and Ho'oponopono. And now let's go into your goals for the month of April, because in the fourth Holy Night, in the night from the 28th to the 29th of December, you have a special access to creating the story, the script of your life in the month of April. So please write down in your Holy Nights journal which goals do you want to fulfill in the coming April. How do you want to feel in your body, emotionally, spiritually? What are your goals for your relationships? Which people do you want to be surrounded with? What are your fun goals? What kind of fun do you want to experience in the coming months of April? And what are your financial goals? What are your spiritual goals? Again, you can print out the check, the secret check, the check to the universe on the secret homepage, and write down your financial goals. And when you write down your goals again, make sure you write them down as specific as possible. And then you just sit down and enjoy and visualize how you've already accomplished them. See yourself in the month of April of the coming year. How do you want to feel? Which projects do you want to start? Which projects do you want to finish? What are your goals to have fun, to feel good in your body? What are your financial and relationship goals? Visualize that as lively as you can. Write them down in your Holy Nights journal and make sure you keep your Holy Nights journal until the end of the year at least, so you can look back and see with wonder in your eyes how many goals you will have fulfilled and also which challenges you overcame. For me, it's always amazing to look back and to be astounded at how much became true of that, how much manifested from the goals I wrote down. Because in the Holy Nights you really have a special access to those special topics and also to the months of the coming year. So write down your goals for the month of April, do the 3 applications for the fourth Holy Night in releasing the generational energies into harmony with 3 wise men and harmony, protecting your dreams and your path with Dreamcatcher, and really, in a powerful way, forgive with the All Blend Forgiveness and Ho'oponopono. So have fun with these rituals and with the fourth Holy Night, and I'm really looking forward to your experiences. Feel free to share them with us here in the chat box. And if you're into the topic of harmonizing your feelings, check out the webinar on my website livefragrantly.com/webinars. That's a wonderful meditation and visualization exercise, and you can go through different topics like forgiveness, harmony, connecting with your inner child, releasing frustration and anger, strengthening the confidence within yourself. So wonderful topics to go through and a wonderful way to start with essential oils. Alright, have fun with the fourth Holy Night. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to share your experiences here, and I will be live for you at midnight Central European time tomorrow again, guiding you through Holy Night number 5. looking forward to that and have fun in implementing and feeling into the fourth Holy Night. See you tomorrow!